Henda, you are now entering a space for Black history. Welcome to Black excellence. Do not fear, for if you do, just sip on some grandeur.
We got 107 views! I told you. Welcome to episode of the podcast and chill. We are back.
Is it like a standard for you to greet it?
We got a special announcement to make today, 7th of November, 2020. Give it up for the one and only Sol Penuka. So the next milestone, Sol, are you ready for this? We're trying to fill up SUNBET Arena in Pretoria for our 1 million subscribers event.
1 million?
1 million.
Hey, man, I'm scared about this one, Sol. You heard it for yourselves. LOYISO Gola said popcorn and cheese is better than podcast and chill.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
I feel like every time I come to Centurion, there's like an apartheid soundtrack in my head.
And part of apartheid was?
What?
Back in the cards.
Like, you're not even interested at a dinner table. What makes you think?
If it was met, guy, the rest stuff doesn't matter. Getting this. That's okay. That's
Mentally,
I'm sending a
camera on.
WhatsApp. You can't be sending a WhatsApp.
Camera on. Yeah, but I'm saying like we don't want the same thing of last week.
Yo.
Robopops, awubiza ama-cheese girl nama-cheese boy da. We motivate, then we laugh as well. Stay on brand, never hard to sell. Got real chats, nama LOL. So we both got gang and we blessed as hell. Siyadlala story, petting nama guest and nice and moy. You want nama bundles, not of joy. Said it's some pop-pops and robot boy.
Popcorn and cheese.
Yeah?
Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese.
Jonathan Swile.
Popcorn and cheese. Call it boy like friends like these. Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese. Popcorn and cheese. Call it boy like friends like these.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another episode of Popcorn and Cheese. We are at episode 10, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get into it, we want to take our L's at Magiti, Cheese Boys, Cheese Girls, and the Cheese Gang. We just want to say we understand what happened with Pharaoh Fi's episode. The middle camera, ibile overheat. I get why machita shoot the camera and the carburetor. Mar, overheatile. You know when someone can't even explain to you, Antoine, camera yasha memory card. Computer sound. What are you talking about? No, what do you say?
And impersonate umuntu bheka sesibhedlela manje, but we tell you back, MacG.
Ufake i-neck brace, ama-blind spot ayamdlula.
Bekashaya isalary.
He was stuck at the intersection. Ngijika, angibona.
We tell us this one.
So we want to take our L. And also, that's why you haven't been hearing sound effects. Our sound man has been in the hospital, ladies and gentlemen, but he has recovered. Yes, he's back. He's back. Baby, yes, sir.
2 weeks yonke mara still on a beep.
Yeah, man. So a big apologies to the Cheese Gang for the Pharaoh Fi episode. It still did dope numbers.
Yeah, shout out to the love.
So shout out for the
Do it
love.
again.
We're going to bring her on. We're going to bring her
That
on.
makes sense.
And then just a quick update. Oratile Piri, when he came on the show, he had 2,500 Rand that was raised. We are now sitting at 63,000 Rand for his bike. So we are 100,000. We are 40. Hey. 30.
Hey. We over the halfway mark.
Hey, we over the halfway
We're
mark.
halfway.
Thanks for
Yeah,
saying that,
over
man.
the halfway mark.
All right, so let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. I am not alone. Also, you can see we've changed location.
Come on.
Because entertainment is beyond what we can see. But if you truly entertain, you make someone feel a certain way.
Yes.
Because it goes beyond the eyes. And that's where we are today, Beyond the Eye Studios, right here in Centurion. We don't even need generators here because the electricity never cuts out.
Come on.
Beyond the Eye Studios, in places where we know where the taxpayer lives.
And
ladies and gentlemen,
2050 supplies. They'll follow you wherever you are.
But
We are
it's
not.
like we're in Centurion though.
yes.
Yeah, that's
You know,
right.
like every time I come to Centurion, there's like an apartheid soundtrack in my head.
And part of apartheid was? there was never load shedding.
Oh, what?
Back in the cut, just like that, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why the chairs followed us to Centurion. Big shout out to 2050 Event Supplies. If you have an event at Streaming Studios or at Beyond the Eye, look beyond the eye and beyond the streaming.
Cause an apartheid.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
Yeah.
Xhosa people are never far away from an apartheid conversation.
And also, I want to know why Xhosa people had apartheid surnames before white people were even introduced. And to talk us through that, ladies and gentlemen, is our phenomenal Xhosa guest here today, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your digital hands together. Help us welcome the tallest person we've ever had on the show, so much so that you can't see the cheese of popcorn and cheese. Give it up for the one and only LOYISO Gola!
Nobody wants to see that side.
The first person to be on the other one and this one.
Yeah, you were at our enemy station. Now
I was on there twice as well. Why are you guys enemy?
Are we enemies?
Oh, they hated my first interview there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they hate, like, if you go to the comments, you're like, this is so boring. And you know what happened? It's so crazy because I remember the day, because Matt called me for months, bro. And then one day I was like, yeah, just come to the office. And I don't know if you've ever been to the office. We used to create late night news on in Brum.
Yeah, in Brum.
And I was alone in that office. And you know how big that space is. And Mac is there. And he's there with this broer. And then in the corner with the sound.
Who was Mac rolling with that day? Because it was Tawang, ne?
Yeah, and then I'm looking at this
Yeah.
thing, and and I'm looking at this thing, and I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna suck. I mean, it ended it ended up being cool, and the energy, it kind of, but you could see that I didn't give a shit in the interview. So I'd always felt bad for that. Like, I'd always felt bad. But I did want to do the interview because I have a very soft spot for Mac. Because Mac, you know why Mac has the biggest podcast, I think?
Why?
Because Mac has been interviewing people since he was 10.
Oh.
He's been.
He was podcasting before the internet.
No, but he
was
doesn't have
podcasting when it was still called a pod. Before he found the cast.
It was a reach, but it was a good one.
We're 12 people here, come on.
I'm going to tell you something. If you continue this way, I'm going to leave. If you continue with this nonsense, I'm going to walk the... You know when I'm like, I'm leaving. What happened?
No, 6 minutes into the show, you were gone. No, yeah.
This bro just... Everything was a pan. Yay, relax.
Uncle Loisin, why do I feel like Xhosa people?
No, this is what he calls me, this dude. I don't know why he calls me.
Okay. You've had a problem with me calling you Uncle Lloyd your whole life. Our whole relationship of like 10 plus years. You are now officially a Grootman.
When is this coming out?
Wednesday.
So it'll be my first day of being 40 on Wednesday.
So you're officially a Grootman?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, Grootman. 40 years.
I'll be 40, yeah. It was great.
Do you feel 40, bro?
It's so crazy. Like, I was trying to explain to someone how I feel. It's like I still play football like every week.
Yeah.
I run. I do everything that I used to do when I was a teenager, like running. But now, if I hurt myself, it takes so long to recover. Like, if I get kicked or like a twisted ankle,
like
I'm out.
Blood cells or food.
But that's everything with getting older, man. Like you recover longer, even from a hangover. Yeah, even when you're hungover, it takes 3 days.
It just takes longer. But I think the best thing about aging, I swear to God, like, it is insanely crazy how big your network is. Like, just a network of people. You like, when you're in your 20s, a person in like their 40s, it takes them 2 days to do something. Like, something silly, like I know people where I'm like, that person, I know that person from high school, and they're in such an influential position. And I could just be like, yo, man. Young Tona.
Yeah, we've built enough relationships.
Yeah, if you don't mess up, if you don't piss off enough people.
Yeah, along the way.
When you're 40, it's like, your network is insane. Like, I think about like the people that I just call randomly. And I go, yo, let's... And they go, okay, cool, bet.
And it happens like this.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the coffee.
Yeah, Jersey. Jersey like a Kanye
Wait,
West.
can we discuss that jersey first? Jersey
Jersey like a Kanye West.
Jersey looks like it's like Queen's Park in '92.
That jersey makes the next person warm. If you just sit next to him, you'll be warm yourself.
Angu, boy.
That jersey case you were Pavin.
Yeah, I can't down.
It warms up your aura.
You know, that jersey looks like, when you're shopping at a taxi rank, when you're like, oh, this thing here. Young Ton. That's those vibes.
Is it a polo neck or a wide neck? What?
It's a neck, bro.
That jersey looks like it reprimands other jerseys. Stop being warm enough.
That's a one of one. That one. It's not on mannequins.
That's a
It's
one.
not on mannequins. That one. We told a story.
You inherited it, no? It's not from this era, jeez. Uncle Loisin. So yeah, so there, you're officially a Grootman. Dude, you were talking about being on MacG's podcast and you hated it or you loathed yourself.
I hated it.
The first one.
I just had I was just annoyed about whatever.
Apparently you hate podcasts, bro.
I don't hate podcasts. I just think that there's no real insight for most things. People just think they can just get on things and talk. And most of the time, people are not that interesting.
Boom.
Hectic.
You're like, you're not that interesting, man.
Yes.
You're just, you're not that interesting. Like, you're not even interesting at a dinner table, bro. What makes you think? No, but I'm saying I don't have beef for podcasts per se, but I'm just saying there's no edge, there's no insight.
Purpose.
There's no insight. Like, there's a podcast now, it's called Sample Lounge. This dude only talks to producers, and it's so crazy. I was at this party in Mildredrift, and I was talking to Ken Zero. You know Ken Zero.
The best. Ken Zero can play 6 different songs in a row and keep them. Ken Zero's
Different
for me.
genres.
Different genres, yeah.
Yeah,
in a
same.
row.
Yeah, you know what's so crazy? You know Ninth Wonder?
Knife, yeah.
Ninth Wonder is like, he's sort of like a backpacker rapper, but he did a lot of Beyonce shit as well.
Hectic.
Girl. But I'm like
That was Ninth Wonder.
that's Ninth Wonder, yeah.
Was that his pen game?
Production, everything, bro.
What?
Yeah. So what's crazy about it is that when the guy talks to Ninth Wonder, there's like so much insight and he's into the then that's interesting. But for the most part, now you want to tell us about most podcasts want to tell us about what happened in the week or it was
Who's sleeping with who?
Who cares, man?
Who did what?
Yeah, for the most part, I don't give
You
a
want insight.
Did
You
you
want...
know if it was Met guy? So that stuff doesn't matter to you.
It's getting there.
That's okay.
Bro,
that's
mentally I'm there.
how many more?
Mentally, what? I got 3 more steps.
3 more.
Oh, my bad.
It doesn't matter.
Oh my God.
No, I hear you.
No, but so I was saying to him, I was in North Carolina. I think it was 2018.
Hey. Whoa. Hey, you can't just drop that one. Like
Come
it's nothing.
on.
Eh?
Uncle Lois.
When you say the North here, but Kabanga, yabo.
And the Mountain Carolina.
But Kabo Caroline. Caroline in Chergaban. Caroline in Chergaban.
No, I was so I'm in North Carolina, and it was All-Star Weekend, you know. And
It keeps getting better. Yeah, like Michelle no deal way now.
wait. You must tell me if this podcast is a taxi rank.
Which one is this
So
one?
now I must talk about fancy.
Nah, don't worry. Go. We
I just want to tell you things, but if you're gonna make me feel like I'm flossing, then I'm just gonna keep all this shit to myself.
When you at the Derby last week?
I was at Dubai. Dubai. Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, he was in the suite.
You were
Ubono Ivan Khoza.
Chiefs and Pirates. Not you.
Umbonile.
Yo.
Angifone like Antonio Ivan Khoza nuki brute.
That's what using the sweets. That's what Robert said to me.
Yeah,
You shield, active.
No. So
For men.
No. So I'm in North Carolina. It's All-Star game. So when the game ends, depending on where you're seated, you can go into the court.
Okay.
So you can walk into the court, but the people who are allowed into the court are like people who are sitting like front row.
Really?
Yeah, I'm tall. So when you're there, I remember like J. Cole is there, Jamie Foxx. It's like it's Hollywood vibes, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm on the floor.
Who was playing?
It was All-Star weekend, so it's East versus West. It's like all the top
all the
players.
major
all
teams,
the players.
Yeah.
And the only person I said what's up to is Hassan, because we both know Hassan.
Hassan Minaj, yes.
I know
Hassan
Hassan, and I
yeah.
speak to Hassan all the time. And then I went to Ninth Wonder. So he's there with his kids, and I just woke up to Ninth Wonder. I'm like, yo, man, I really love your stuff. But in terms of Hollywood stardom, he's not that. So you can imagine there's Jamie Foxx.
And when we have
and I just go to Ninth Wonder, I say, yo, I respect you. I love your stuff.
I trust you.
I said, I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to leave you alone. And I bounced. And as I was walking away, I looked at this bro. He was so in shock. He was like, who is this bro who walks past Jamie Foxx?
Who gave J. Cole the phone and said, do you mind just taking a picture of me and Ninth?
I'll spam it out.
Like, it was crazy. It's like, and so for me, I always ask, like, people go, there's got to be things that you care about that have nothing to do with anyone else.
Hype. Yeah.
You like, dude, when I was in, Alfred Adrian.
Yeah.
And we hanging out in Dubai. And we're hanging out and he goes, oh, you know what I really like? He's really into knives.
Like Alfred Adrian
like
is
the-
colored.
No. It's got nothing to do with him pink.
No, but there's knives, then there's the...
No, but
And the way we keep it going, I'm
no.
Yeah, you did this.
Yeah, my bro said it, knives.
Unfold the oka.
But, guys, this bro is into knives, and he was telling me how he's obsessed with the design, and he's so... I was amazed.
Yeah, dog.
He said he's obsessed.
Yeah, now I've got an obsession with gardening. Like, if you walk into my house, it's trees, like I've got trees bigger than these lights in my lounge.
And you live in town. You discovered this obsession too late.
But
So we 10th floor. Muskot. Someone do Tandukchan.
penthouse bedroom.
Now you walk
He's looking down his balcony like, yo. Is that keeper? Ground floor. Favorite party in the elevator.
Lois trees have never touched the ground. They hear about the ground. They hear from other trees. Like, hey, Mona, it's going down.
Manga, I'm a pot plant. Come on,
No, so I always implore people, like, don't try to turn your hobbies into money, you know? Because they ruin the fun for you.
Yeah.
And so now you have to, I usually Saturday morning, but I had to get here a bit early. But when I get home, I'm going to repot, I'm going to look after my plants, I'm going to check the roots, I'm going to what. It's going to be crazy. It's going to take me 2 hours.
No way.
But imagine now.
And how therapeutic is that for you?
It's the best, bro.
So I was about to ask, because now what happens if something you love doing ends up bringing money?
Yeah, but it happens in that way sometimes. But I don't think like you should have this constant obsession of converting it. Because sometimes you gotta have time to yourself.
To you, now.
And so what has happened is that brews are made to feel weird for having a 9-to-5. And it's fine. Have a 9-to-5 so you can buy sandwiches. It's like
guys. No, 95 makes you the breadwinner, so I'm eating my...
I'm at the top. One more.
One more, the engine is on. Hey.
I think what I'm trying to say though, sometimes
Pops, keep the water in, Pops, don't spit it out.
Lois is being a groot man now. Everything is reprimanding.
Malum Loy, I have to come here.
Malum Loy, no. From now
Yes,
on.
as you were saying, Lloyd.
Yeah, I just think people should sometimes go to work and then also just find something you care about.
Big bars.
It's like, it's crazy. Like, one of the big reasons I moved to the UK is stand-up. Like, and I've told you this, I can, in the UK on a Saturday, if you're in London, you could do, I've done 10 gigs in one day.
10 gigs in one day.
In one day.
Starting at what time?
Starting at 3 p.m.
All the way ... And this is like you going into the club, doing like a 20, 30-minute set, jumping in the tube, going to the next place.
Yeah, but most of the gigs are in central London, so you get to just
walk around.
You can just walk to the next one, and they are so coordinated. They'll be like, all right, cool, I'm 5 minutes away, I'm leaving. And it's, you could do 10 gigs. And then I close the show at like 12:30, and I get home at like 1:30.
Dude,
I only say that. Yeah, I only say that to say this: stand up. Number one. Number two is football. There's like 6 London teams, so every weekend you can watch football. You can randomly watch West Ham play Brentford.
Don't you need like season tickets for that?
No, you can always get tickets. I mean, Arsenal tickets are the most expensive tickets in Europe,
and I don't understand why. Yes. Yes.
I'm on the N2 now.
But Manchester United tickets used to be the most expensive, right? What?
Arsenal tickets have been the most expensive maybe for the last 15 years. It's
So
just
people paid all that money to watch Arsenal lose for the past 15 years. And no, Arsenal only started.
I don't want to talk about Arsenal.
This is an offside conversation.
What a plug.
I'm breaking this web.
What's the reason that? Do you know any of the reason why Arsenal tickets? Because there must be some history.
I think like Arsenal culturally have created a fan base that, like, if Arsenal goes on and wins this season, in terms, it would be the youngest team in Europe. It's the youngest team in Europe, which is crazy. It's like people who love Arsenal, bro. It's like and
die-hard fan.
Yeah, and so people come. It's in the capital of the UK, and I think the people who visit the UK want to go to that stadium because it's a pretty stadium.
Yeah,
it's a pretty neighborhood.
Yeah, I'll give them that.
So I think it's that. I can't tangibly tell you that, but they are the most expensive. Yeah. Whether they play now, I mean, now that they're in Champions League next season, it's probably gonna even be more.
Dude, how does it differ? Because you speak about moving to London and being.
But I didn't make my point. No, sorry. So my point is, I love football.
So you get to do your work and what you love.
You see what I'm saying?
That's the balance.
That's the life, man. It's like, I know sometimes what is expected of me to, like materially, I know. I get it. Like I get a lot of things and ideas, and I get like, let's say if I position myself as a human being who does these particular things, I understand how people will perceive me. But I know what I want. What I want is I want to watch football because that's what I'm really obsessed about. I'm passionate about. And I want to do stand-up. And what's the one city that can give me that?
It's the UK.
It's London.
It's London, yeah.
But when you say you do 11 shows, I think you must also like explain the kind of context of somebody who, because 11 shows sounds like something you can.
So the last time I did it, so in the UK, generally what they allow you to do, so if you have like an hour of material, you can hit up most clubs and say, listen, I've got an hour of material, I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna charge these people £1. They're gonna come in. So for the most part, if you go to Top Secret Comedy Club, they allow you to do a show at 2 p.m., like daytime. And you try an hour in front of people, and those people pay £1 to watch you try material in front of them.
So about 25 rand or so.
Yeah, and so they watch you try the material. That will be the first show. And then I remember that I did that show, and then I went to the stadium and I watched that game against Bournemouth. Where the dude scored the last minute. I don't know if you...
I don't watch.
The 3-2.
Arsenal.
It was 3-2.
The Spooglies.
You know what? Shut
I
up.
don't
Shut up.
watch.
Both of you
Really
shut up.
Sundowns.
I don't waste my electricity. on
There's
Stuff
no
like that.
electricity to waste, bro.
No, but he's back now. Shall you say?
But I think, like, so that's the vibe. Like, that's, you know, that. So I do that. I went to the stadium. And I know I don't have a show until 6. Then I go to Angel. And Angel, you jump on it like, I don't know, 6 or so, whatever. Then you close that show, and then they have another show. Then you go somewhere else, you do it. Then you come back there, you do the 8 o'clock show. Then but at the end of it, but all of these people are almost like in communication. He's leaving now. He's getting on. Then you know what I mean. But they have to work together. And then I walk to the next one. I jump into the train to the next one. But at the end of it, I was tired. But it's possible. The thing about stand-up is that you grow. You can start a joke like
at 3 minutes.
Yeah. So for me, that's why it's so hard to put material out every time. Like, you know how people put stuff out on internet? Because I know, like,
it's not reached its full potential yet.
Yeah, it can grow.
You only work.
Effect.
Yeah. Well, it's you pretty much publishing first draft.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so first draft is, imagine the first draft of your favorite movie.
Nah, we hear you.
So so as much as like the model is to put out things out, it's cool, but I always go, most of it is first draft.
And in comparison to South Africa,
what?
It's because you and I think that's what Titi was trying to get at. Is you're able to do this in London, right? You're able to go and gig, do all these shows in one day, watch football, high level football, versus South Africa. How many?
Can I do that, like, lifestyle-wise?
Yeah, lifestyle-wise, what's the most gigs you could do here?
Well, probably if you could do 4. I've done like 4 in one night. 2, 3, 4.
And you can't repeat that weekly.
You can't, man. In London, I could do, like, sometimes, like, I'm going back to London in October, and there's a dude who's booked me for 30 gigs, like
30 gigs
around the country, as opposed to
the same city.
You've got 30 bookings in London in October.
Yeah, it's like a small club.
Like 3-0.
No, but what I'm saying is, it's a different thing. So people think South Africa has got a culture of stand-up. People don't like stand-up per se. Like, people will come watch Pops. They'll come watch me. They'll come watch Kumba. They'll watch whoever they want to watch. But they wouldn't...
Not the culture.
But they don't have...
And me.
That's how everyone includes it.
And me. They watch me as well. I want you to acknowledge that they watch me as well.
Even already on the podcast, they can't watch you. They can just hear you.
They watch me.
Even on the podcast, they can't watch you. They just hear you. Even on the podcast.
But when they come to Imuna, they watch me. Please.
Okay. They might not watch TC. I watch it.
I'm also watching. Stop.
And I love TC. And you know, TC does his thing.
The Goldman voice. TC does his thing.
Even though he eats lizards.
But people generally, like, if I said, like, come to, I don't know, come to, you playing at the Bioscope this weekend?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I saw on your Instagram. And people just won't generally go check that out. You have to over-market it, where, like, in the UK, they just go, oh, no, every day we're here.
People buy tickets for comedy.
For comedy,
not for
they don't.
Who's on the line?
No,
Yes,
not for who's on the lineup.
Uh-huh.
So that's the difference between an event and just a cultural idea.
That's actually true, dog, because people subscribe to faces here.
Yeah.
I want to go to the show because it has these people. Like, I remember when I was at the Laugh Factory in LA, they'd have...
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not the only one. Easy.
Look at him.
No, man.
No, you can say it.
I didn't mention that Mike Tyson. I didn't mention that Mike Tyson and Jeff Ross and Tony Rock were on the same lineup that night. So
Mike Tyson
was his first time doing stand-up that night. So
same night.
The line, right? So literally.
That's why your ear is God, I'm like, no, there's something wrong.
Like, no, man. Pops, no, man. Yeah? And I was one up.
Grootman.
No, dog. So that was my first sort of reality check with time. So in South Africa, generally a comedy show is supposed to be an hour and a half, 2 hours. You know, if you have a full lineup. And then it ends up being 3 or 4 hours because Oaks don't stick to time. Instead of doing 10 minutes, they're doing 25. In the States, at the Laugh Factory, you do your time. The MC comes, he does his time, he introduces acts. As an act, if you have 7 minutes, you do 7 minutes and you must be off. Because while you guys are in there, there's a line outside.
Waiting for the next show.
Waiting for the next show.
So you're messing with their money at the same time.
Heck. So as soon as the MC says, okay, that's our show for tonight, all of you leave. Cleaning crew comes in, they just neaten up. As you guys are walking out, there's a new batch of people walking in. And the show
there's a culture of that.
Yeah.
We don't have that. I got a bag, dudes. Yo, I'm doing a show. I want to in Cape Town. It's going to be nice. Yo,
Oversell.
When is this show you're doing in Cape Town that you are begging dudes?
Tell us about this show. Which show is this show?
Which show did you beg dudes to come to? Is it at the Baxter?
No. Have you been to the Homecoming Center?
No.
Oh, you got to do it. It's the best because it's like this little, it's like a 320-seater. And it's compact.
Spot for me.
Yeah, it's like mad compact, like. And it's got like a upper tier as well. But it's just
so like Nelson Mandela Theatre, but with a tier
at the top.
with the tier. But that one that I played at last week is 200. So it's the same, yeah. Pretty much the same, yeah. It's beautiful.
It's
You play there.
Yeah.
It's
And
your
people came.
People are there.
The people come to the show.
Sell it out.
It was sold out.
Sold out.
Did you beg them?
Yeah.
Huh?
Did you beg online?
Did I?
Beg online for them?
No, my people, they come.
Did you give away 90% of the complimentary
Who am I
tickets?
begging to come? They know they're going to get their money's worth.
Thank you to the
The turmeric, the paperic.
Easy in Jamadoda.
But you see, that's also another thing about comedy, right? A lot of places, I feel like in this country, haven't learned how to respect comedy. So you see like how we're talking about the setup of the theater, like the seats are like this. Because comedy is such an engaging thing. You have to, I need you to sit a certain way.
Be comfortable,
and to look.
see me.
Yeah, so this thing of you get to a place, it's a bar, you know, they've put people on what cocktail tables sitting this way. So it's all about setup for me, right?
And the setup changes everything.
It changes everything. Though.
You could have like, the setup is the difference between a great gig and a mad gig. Like I can walk into a room and be like, oh, I know how much effort I have to.
You must
Put
work.
in.
Yeah.
Because like people are walking around.
All the things, bro.
Yo, a pillar, dog. There was this other pillar, this other place I was performing at.
Right in front of the stage, no?
Yeah, now I have to location. Now I walk across. Location. Now I walk across. Look, like my photographer Don is here. He can attest to that. All the pictures didn't make sense. Like, and you know how crowds are. I'm performing to everybody, man. Everybody on that side of the pillar.
Like, so they don't get it. Like, you tell a crew, like, yo, these pillars are going to ruin this thing, and the crew doesn't understand. But having said that, you must accept pillars of strength.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time,
No.
Pops himself decided to.
Frogman, with all due respect.
Who is your pillar of strength?
Frogman, with all due respect. Frogman.
The build-up.
Your goat.
Your goats become a sheep.
Right now.
Imagine seeing LeBron missing a pass.
I'm in Walkerville right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm on a flight.
This thing-
Someone just stamped my passport.
You're on a flight. My man, I'm in a space suit.
Guys,
We gone.
Don't know
so
what.
Cranklin, I love
Yay.
Okay.
Yo.
That hairstyle matches the background. It's dark black. Yeah.
What do we say? We're activating your oros. Baba kaila mbada. Baman, yaman.
Oh, Ross.
Mango.
Fruit cocktail. Narchi. Guava.
Plus we shall cut Rebecca Malope. We shall get gospel. Noche, noche. Orange. Guava.
Yes. Damn it, it's Mkata. It is Oscar. Yo, no one is safe here. Yo, no one is safe here, guys. No one's ever gonna want to walk into short now. Yo,
Guys, you also be burning, and the people will be like, I've got the water, but if I come on set, he's just gonna say some stuff.
Yeah, I get you said people don't come to my show.
Yo, it's
But it's
bad.
wild. It's cool, man. This is a
You know what's my favorite thing? Nothing.
How's the Joburg run?
my Joburg one was cool. It's cool. It was really cool. It was 2 weeks, and I remember Skumba came, and we were chilling backstage, and then he said to me, "Doc, I did a show. Started on Thursday. I finished on Sunday, and I was done. I don't know how you do 2 weeks."
2 weeks back to back.
And I was like, "Oh, I'm used to it." Like back in the day, like, oh, I sound so.
Short money.
No, you're 40. We understand.
Yeah,
No,
but I
can't.
like
You understand?
Every time
You've seen black and white TV, color TV. You remember when TV ended. We understand.
You used to entertain after it ends.
My bro went from cordless mics, stands
to AI.
To AI.
AI.
Yeah, so it was the run was great. Like the cool thing about a run is that you get to
live in your material.
Yeah. And for me, I'm obsessed with stand-up. I mean, you know, I'm really obsessed with jokes and stand-up. And I like the fact that sometimes I can try a new approach. And I don't know if you were there like that day. And you know, like I'd like taking people on journeys. And so people come to my show and they want to they laugh the whole time. I go, no. But I want you to experience stuff. And I want you to feel as well,
you to
right?
think.
Yeah.
There was a part of the show, I don't want to give it away because
No.
the people in Cape Town are still going to watch it.
No, but the people didn't allow me to make them feel. And then I forced them to
stand
feel.
by to laugh.
Yeah, I said,
No.
the show is going well. And then there's a point where I'm like, oh, I'm going to make you guys feel what I'm trying to communicate. And they're not allowing me. They're laughing because it's what I expected, but it's not the moment to laugh. So I sit for a minute. He said,
I said,
I'm going to sit for a minute.
Until you guys get it. Like,
No, we're going to reset the whole show.
Rotman. He pulled a Rotman
I said,
on stage.
but I said like,
but it's a comedy show. Hey.
no, it wasn't like that. It's like, for the most part, human beings know how to fake what's expected of them. So a lot of people, it's like, yeah, but I didn't tell you a joke. Why are you laughing? I'm telling you a very pertinent
Like
thing.
something with substance.
And it's not because I know that thing I'm telling you now pays dividends later in the show. So if you miss it,
I'm setting you up here.
I'm setting you up. But if you don't allow me to set it up,
You're going to miss the whole thing.
you're gonna miss the whole thing at the end. So I gotta reset it. So sometimes I sit and I go, oh no, you missed this. We're gonna sit. And Pops is like, because Pops he came backstage, he came before and after, and I told him I did it the day before because the people were just a bit rowdy. And he said, yeah, but the thing you say before the people go is so mad.
It's so mad, bro. You expect people to laugh at how outlandish it is.
Yeah.
You know,
But
but
it's
Lon's
like-
I'm setting you up. I need you to listen
I need
carefully.
to listen to it. But he which was a great insight because I never thought of it like that. Because I consume facts as facts and I don't. He's just like, no, the thing is so crazy that then I had to be like, oh, okay, bet.
You have to.
And dude, this dude came to my show, right? And he gave me like 2 pages of notes, which I used the next day, and I'd say 75% of them took the show to the next level.
Damn. Ladies and gentlemen,
It was crazy. The one joke.
Loy featuring.
No, it was so great. Like some of the
that's so
bits
dope,
was so mad, and I wrote you know, like this is Pops. Yo, great show. He walks in, like, some chicken backstage.
Yeah, when it's in
He
his
walks in,
element.
he walks in.
Yeah.
Great show. All right, like this. When you say this thing, say it like this, do it like that, do it like that, do it like that. Also, notes, bruh. You understand 2 pages
Lots of notes, yeah.
Look at the notes.
Because I'm obsessed with the thing.
Yeah.
And you're passionate too.
And also because I respect his opinion and I'm like, oh no, and it comes from such a good place.
A good heart, yeah.
So you like, I don't think this person's trying to sabotage me. And I think for the most part, I'm a good listener. I always listen with an idea that I might learn something.
Learn something.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
But it's such a hard thing because you look at a guy, he's wearing orange. Now you want
Now you're like,
why?
Now you want to wear sunglasses, but you indoors.
you're tall, bright. Yeah. But he might have something bright to say. But you have to shut up, man. So you have to tick.
This is the brightest in the room.
You know, so I'm such a like if you come to me with notes 9 out of 10 times, like Rob as well, he had this joke about the Ukraine, and I gave him like one little. I said, finish it like this.
but that's the school of comedy I come from, right? So I'm obsessed with comedy, but I'm also obsessed with like my comedic circle, right?
Yeah.
And ever since I started comedy, I know comedy as you go up on stage. When you come down, your real comedy bros, they sit with you and they go, tweak this, tweak this. Because when you're up there, right, you can only see the gag or the joke or the set from your perspective.
Yeah.
Now, as a comic and as a person who's obsessed with the art form, when I'm sitting at Loy's show, it takes me all of 3 minutes to get over the fact that I'm watching LOYISO Gola. Then I'm like, okay, now we're in the show. Now I'm looking out for stuff. I'm watching everything. I'm watching where people are laughing. You know, what gets a good laugh? Does the setup work? So during the show, I'm literally sitting on my phone. And I do that even with Tibz. I do that. I sit on the phone and I make notes. And I make notes. And I make notes. Because I think as a community, that's how we grow the whole that's how we've been able to grow.
The biggest thing for me, as far as the knowledge point and being a good listener, I've always said you must always be a sponge to knowledge. Like a sponge doesn't ask, is this water, is this milk, is this juice, is this hot, is this cold? It absorbs. And you take what you need to take. A lot of people in the world or the industry have I already know what you're telling me. But you could have 99% of information.
Yeah.
And someone, just that one to be 100, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's the biggest thing I always like understand, yeah?
And sponges also absorb dye.
Robert, you are I'm not gonna lie, I will say this to you, you are a sponge to knowledge. I remember the first time I met you, like over the times that I've met you, we always used to meet in Tibz and Dabs. And the things that you would listen to and say to me, and I'd always be like, every time I've met you, the next time you know something else that's different. And even like it shows in your art and stuff like that. So I
Piano guys do that. Like after a song, does someone come say, "It's location, ngada, location."
No, but that's how that's the thing I was talking about. It's the inside of creating music.
Yeah.
Right? Like when the dude says, I came in and I said, it's so crazy. Like I was listening to Fabulous.
Fabulous.
Yeah. And he was talking about how he was you know that Halabaka Pharrell produced it, the Neptunes.
Yeah.
Which song? Halabak?
Halabak. I don't know, man. But anyway, he said that when Pharrell came into the studio, Pharrell said, listen to Vanilla Ice, Ice Baby. And you got to rap it. Take that cadence.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, but this is corny. He's like, bro, trust me. And that, you know what I mean?
Interpretation.
Yeah. It's like
a lot of stuff. Like as an instrumentalist, the only way you can be better at your instruments is if you listen to different genres. Because it's being played. You're playing drums for maybe a church, but the specific role that a guy in a rock band does, or a specific role that a guy in a, like a kwaito band, like that's how
and also being obsessed with comedy doesn't mean you just watch any type of stand-up.
No. I haven't watched stand-up like in a while.
Same.
Yeah.
Not because I just, I get influenced. If I like your shit,
it's gonna... And it also
bro,
goes
I
with
just-
you being a listener or like an adult.
Yeah.
Like
I'm so
inspiration.
like,
You
it
get
doesn't matter
inspiration
who
from
it is.
different stuff.
But most comedians, when you have a conversation with a comedian, you don't talk about jokes.
No. Definitely.
all.
We talk, when we hanging out, it's always just about like the football or this. Or, not even industry stuff. We talk about
The jokes creep in themselves. It's like we're just chilling there. They're like, oh, nigga scored.
the joke.
That's actually funny, eh? So that'll make such a funny skit, man. Like a bunch of comedians sitting.
Like,
And then figure my joke.
We're gonna have a serious chat this time.
Like figure my
No
joke.
jokes. Figure my joke. Hey boys.
Njani?
I'm setting champagne.
No man, little space. That's so funny, actually.
I'm trying to like, so I'm trying to, it's so crazy because the last year, I've been kind of dealing, we can hear you, man.
Titi, we can hear you. man.
Titi. Guys, Titi leaves the mic to go answer a phone call.
To go answer phone call.
I mean, you're still projecting.
Sorry.
Next time, take the call on the mic.
Sorry.
We want to hear the
who was that,
domestic-
Titi?
It was my girlfriend.
Oh,
Was your girlfriend?
Yeah.
That
Does her milkshake bring
Vodafone
all the boys to the yard?
Do you know this guy called Primo 19?
Hey, Robert.
Hey,
Robert.
Apparently, not Primo Wakala.
What's Primo 19? Who's Primo 19?
Lucas Radebe's son.
Oh, okay.
Yo, hectic, not that title. He's one of like the dopest TikTokers and content creators, right?
Lo is a football guy, so I thought that would click instantly. Because in the moment you go
Also,
to
he's
No,
like,
he knows how many goals Lucas has scored. He doesn't know about his
Lucas is a defender, bro. Lucas has probably scored like 3 goals his entire life.
Primo scored one.
Huh? What? I have no idea who Primo is.
Primo scored 1 goal when his dad came to watch it.
Where?
When he played in
So
Ajax. No, so he used to play. He's Lucas Radebe's son. So he used to
Okay,
play.
bet.
Yeah. So he used to play and then he got a couple of injuries, so he's no more
You're
playing.
just trying to catch where the
That
link
was a
is.
funny guy.
So I don't get like what's the
So
Wait. Let's talk about Primo. He's a
we'll
brilliant
talk about
content
it off
creator.
air.
yeah, we'll talk about
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
He was calling
Yeah.
Titi's girl. But
he was
and Titi didn't realize it was a bad thing. It's like, not the first time I met Primo. You actually video called my girlfriend.
What did Georgia?
Oh, hallelujah.
Which one is this one?
So like, was he calling to look to find you? Like, no. My girlfriend was like, you won't believe who I'm sitting with. My boyfriend. Hadi, Titi, hadi. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Grootman.
no.
Grootman here, man.
Grootman,
Yes, sir.
I don't understand what's going on here. It's an innocent thing. That
Do you want me to break your legs or what? What do you want me to do? No. Another injury. Another injury? No.
break his
You're on more puns than us now. You see.
Yeah.
So Spider-Man,
It's wild.
I saw the inner big brother kick in there.
No, you know what? Like, this dude is such a comic, you know, and I respect how you guys support each other.
Yeah.
And
We must.
Yeah, and it's so crazy, you know. Like, I talked to, you know, I've spoken to Pops hours on the phone about just stuff,
Everything.
whatever. But I get so hurt sometimes, you know. Like, I was calling a brew this week. It was a comedy brew, and I had to call Kags. And I said, and I said to him, yo, bro, this dude just said no. He didn't say, you know how people lie about trying to help you?
Yeah.
No,
Someone said no to your face.
they just said no. And it was like, I was like, oh, you do this thing. Can you plug me to it? And then the person said, no, that's my thing. Why don't you? And I was like, oh, man, that's so crazy.
Who said no to LOYISO Gola?
No, I mean, it's not like that. It is like that. But
It is like
It is
But
like
so I
that.
felt, so I was
It's
like,
like that.
I had to like sit there and be.
You had to absorb the
It's
no.
so, yeah, because later that day, I actually was speaking to my mom, and I was, and she's like, randomly, I didn't tell her this. And she was like, oh no, sometimes you must just give from your heart, you know? And some people might, if you're a giver, just give and don't really expect.
Parents are hectic with that thing, eh?
And you're like, yo, I feel like you were
Like
you were there when this happened. When this was happening. And then she, you know, and then I kind of felt better, but then I called Kags because you have no idea how many people I just put at ease because I'll go, listen, careers are long. I've had a 23-year career. Jeez. I'm enjoying it. Just enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, you're never gonna like it. Even if you like in Hollywood, you're not gonna like it. If you really, really enjoy making music, that song doesn't have to go platinum. You just make it. It's so crazy. It's so weird. Like sometimes what happens is if I really like you, this is the confidence of say, oh no, you know what, I'm LOYISO Gola, let me just hit up this person. And I just make friends with people who I've never met. And they musicians and whatever. And I'm in someone's album now.
Whose album?
I don't know if I can talk about.
Okay, but it's international.
Album. No, she's not international.
Local.
She's local.
MT.
She's. Would say she.
Oh, she's. Oh, she kind.
Yeah, and no.
Uncle Waffles.
No, it's so crazy. I invited her to my show, and she's like, I couldn't make it. Because I use DMs as a I use DMs just to.
So you
access
it. So you DM'd Uncle Waffles.
But I was inviting people to my show.
Yeah, that's what I had to. DM the man.
I just invited her to the show.
You said you've been doing comedy for 23
years.
Uncle Waffles is?
23 years.
All right.
No. Oh my God, Jesus. No.
Adiwele.
Oh my God. Oh, Pops, you're such a. No, but. So I was like.
I mean, I wasn't gay.
Hey, focus.
No, but like sometimes I go like, there's people who are if I like really appreciate your music.
Yeah, it's like showing love.
Yeah, and sometimes DMs are such a raunchy, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just like content, and so like literally was like, yo, I like your music, and we started chatting about music, and the person's like, yo, I like your stand-up. You want to be on my album?
Oh,
and I go,
yeah, intro vibes,
but like skits throughout the whole album. And so it's like, I mean, I can't really speak on it because she's also still this, you know, even with AKA, like, I've never called AKA. I met AKA with Tibz.
Yeah. Yes, you did some stuff with him early on, no?
His first album. I did all the skits on his first album. And so Tibz is, I've known Tibz since I was a teenager. And so we were always cool. And he was, when him and Keenan were working, it was like, yo, I forced Keenan to have skits. He wasn't keen. And we went into the studio.
Titi. I heard it, but I
also heard it.
What?
He wasn't keen.
Oh, shut up.
We all held it together.
Everybody was like, no, but so I'd always, like, we've never called each other, but we've always had a relationship, always exploring opportunities to work. Yeah. Even with with the special, when I was doing the Netflix special, I don't know if you know Star Signs, the song. Yeah. I've been waiting for a long time. Oh, yeah. It's been written. I wanted that song as my intro, and I wanted it to end because it's got Stogie T, and I was like, I like both these dudes, and I wanted the chorus to be the intro, and I wanted Stogie T's verse to sort of end the special. But creatively, I was already like talking to Big A's people. They were like, he can redo it specifically for the things. We were And then Kakiso was directing it at the time, was like, nah, let's go a different direction. But we were good to go, you know. So we'd always been exploring like opportunities to work. Even like when Thingy came out, what is this? What's Prada? Dude, that song was so ill. But I was like, I just DM'd the dude. Like I heard the song, dude. That song is so ill. I DM'd the dude and I said, bro, the way you sample house into rap is mad.
It's
insane. It's mad. Yo, I got the whole team. Yeah, I said, bro, like the way you do it is insane. Like you could have like you even like those congrats. All those songs where you're like, bro, like how do you sample house like this?
Yes.
And
then flow like
this. It's insane. So I said that.
Because back in the day, there used to be like this whole hip hop and house culture.
Yeah. So
you were never in between. You were either the house guy or the hip hop guy.
Yeah.
So and he brought all of that old school house that we love.
We loved, yeah.
And then
even dropping a hip hop album and having a song called Amapiano.
Yeah, it's crazy. No, he was on another wave. Man. So that dude, I remember like it was a weird Saturday like that morning because I was in London and it was a Friday and for some reason I didn't have gigs. I don't know why I didn't have gigs on a Friday. It was very unusual. And so I was like, oh, it's a Friday. I didn't make plans, so let me just sleep. I slept. Though I woke up at probably like 6. And UK time, that's 8 o'clock and stuff. So I wake up at like 6. And I've got 53 missed calls. I'm like, no way. So I'm thinking parent, something.
There's an emergency of some sort.
But you know what's weird about it? Is that all the messages are like, howdy boy, hey boy, hey, this one's... No one is explaining what's going on. So you're going through 40 messages.
Sorry.
Yeah, so then I start thinking it's my brother who passed or something like that. For real. And then until I see my brother's message saying, oh man, I'm so sorry about Tibz. Because the last time I saw Tibz, I was having champagne and oysters with me, him, and my brother in Cape Town. And we were chilling. And he was literally, he had just come from Stellenbosch and he was like, yo, I've got this new wine, whatever. I want you to taste it. And then he came to drop it off. I said, oh, me and my brother about to have lunch, join us. And we sat and we laughed and we had a good time. And we were supposed to link later, but I ended up chilling at home, sleeping or whatever, 40-year-olds. We flaky. Yeah, so... My brother says, yo, I'm so sorry about Tibz. And I go, oh, what? Yo, I haven't been on socials then. I open socials. Yo, it's a mess there, bro. I'm like...
Proper mess, bro.
Dude, I'm like, what do you mean?
Everything, bro.
What do you mean this blue is short? Like, this is mad, man. And then they're like, bodyguard. I say, bodyguard, what's going on? Then I see a picture. I'm like, what do you mean? Yo, dude. Yo, bro. And on Saturday morning, one of my things I do is wake up and go thrifting. I go to like 10 thrift stores on Saturday because most of the stock comes on the weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm a thrifter. Like, yo, I sat at home, bro. And I know my routine. I'm going to go to this market, thrift.
So thrifting, let's explain because we've got cheese boys and cheese girls from
the cheese gang. With the taxi rank.
Cheese gang. Cheese gang that we are in Sibuking. Oh, what's it? Did you answer the phone call here? Here. You have to answer it here.
Guys, what's it? We don't know.
Something.
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for Titi's behavior.
It's quite crazy. So I think that, man.
So thrifting to our cheese gang.
No, thrifting is buying secondhand clothes.
There we go.
Done.
But,
Tunosa.
Tunusa is real thrifting. Sometimes you get people who go to Tunusa and then sell.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Tunusa, dog. You need at least 3 hours.
Yeah, because you must
get what you want properly.
Yeah, because you can't be, you have to. And then you have to cut the size.
Yeah,
I don't have time for that.
Dude, man, condolences about Tibz, man.
Yeah, no, that's
sorry
really,
about that.
That really mega, man.
And you mentioned now that your heart skipped a beat because you thought it was Les. do people? So Les, for those of you who don't know, Lazola Gola is Loyiso Gola's brother, little brother.
Yeah, Pella, you can't have an older. I mean, he's the good man.
You can.
He's like the Opa in Farida story, my man.
Yeah, anyone older is an uncle. After this, even if you're from the same mother, if you're older than me, then Malum.
Malumsen.
So how would you say, like, because Les is a comedian too. He's a director and a comedian.
Yeah.
So, you talk about like this bond and this thing that we have as comics, like me and Titi have this brotherly bond. Do you think it was you that influenced Les?
I think so. I mean, when I was younger, when he was in high school, I used to be like, yo, I need you to write some stuff for me. And I'll just give him pocket money. Like, I'd be like, okay.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
So Les was your first ghostwriter.
That's crazy. That's how I almost started music too.
Yeah, I would just be like, yo, just write. And he'd write these peculiar jokes. And I just look at him sometimes like, bro, like, I can't say this nonsense. But some of the stuff used to bang, And I used to be like, okay, cool, I can use some of this. And I just gave him pocket money. And I think that, and then when he did I actually had his first set on tape. I don't remember where
Cassette?
it is. No, remember there was a mini...
40. Yeah, back in the day.
VCR.
And poor Noy was going to say on a BlackBerry.
Les was the first person that I contacted in comedy. He's the person that like got me the first spot.
Where, Kitchener's?
No, he got it somewhere. Well, I said I wasn't good enough for Kitchener's back then.
You know what's so crazy? Like I was I don't even remember this, and then I like breaking balls of like younger comics
because you want to see if they really want to be there.
Yeah, I always go like when I started doing stand-up with so many people, because stand-up is such a gateway to a lot of things.
Yeah,
so people use it to. That's fine. I don't have an issue with that.
But it's respect to the craft.
No, not even that. I don't care. Respecting the craft is a personal thing. I don't really have to. It's not something I have to involve you in that sense.
But there were some people who were there using it as a segue to...
Which is fine.
Like a lot of comics in LA will do that. They'll use comedy to get onto screen.
I don't even have an issue with that. So I always go, like if I go, I'm seeing you for the first time, and I go... If I see you after 2 years, we're still in the same thing. I'm like, okay, maybe you're taking this thing. Because it's lonely and it's personal and it's jokes. It's like one line. You change one line. Then you move to, you know what I mean? The increments are so crazy. And like people who make music, you try to, you figure your thing.
Your sound and your specific.
Yeah, and so sometimes, so with Titi, the first time I met him, I was like, oh my God, one of these guys in 2 years' time who I'm never going to see. So I gave him shit all the time. He's like, oh, shut up, man. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
I was so unfriendly. And so now that I've known him as a human being and we hung out, I'm like, oh, this is a cool cat and I really like him. I feel bad about that. I would be sitting like, I remember this one time. No, it's so crazy. Like this one time, I don't know, was it, we didn't do Miso's gig.
Yeah.
Okay, we didn't do Miso's gig and Titi he's like, okay, we're going to go to this place. So we're chilling and we're driving together and Titi's driving, I'm sitting next to him and we're chatting. And I'm like, I can't believe I used to be so mean to this guy.
That time he's the one driving now. Guy lift. I'll make it out.
But that's how I learned that most like older comedians show you love. It's like they
Tough
give
love.
you a hard time.
Like,
not even like they tease you, but it's all endearing in that world because I guess that's how comedians.
No, I think, I have a lot of respect for you. I do. But, and you look so much younger like 5 years
He
ago.
still looks young.
But imagine 5 years ago.
That Limpopo innocence.
And I just be like, oh my God, I hate
16-year-old Lebocho. Present.
You mentioned Titi was driving, right? And you were sitting passenger.
Yo, bro, this Bruce spinning cars.
Yeah, Pops.
Yeah, I spent with him this weekend.
I saw that video. Titi was in the passenger, like begging for his life.
You said we must have hobbies.
As the hobby.
No. I'm not. Yo, that's a wild.
wanted to actually ask while he was on that topic, like, what is your, you see, he's comedy and football. So you comedy and spinning cars.
I'm comedy and cars, bro. I love
this
He
bro-
buys.
I'm obsessed
Pops
with
has so
cars.
many cars,
He
bro.
buys and he sells.
I buy, I fix, I sell. And again, it's not really to make a profit.
So you're a mechanic.
I like the process of building. I like customization. So,
Yes.
so I'll play Grand Theft Auto just to like find a car, customize it. That's why I used to love Need for
really?
Speed Underground.
Yeah, Need for Speed.
You know, when I play
crazy.
FIFA, I remember when I used to play Pro Evolution Soccer and FIFA, I'd always make my own teams.
At a Pro
You know, so-
Evolution.
and then make the players look like my friends. I remember the first team I ever made, we called it Real Matrax. And then I'd have it was a long
guys.
time ago.
Soccer club laundering money on a PlayStation game. I'm a red card.
You can negotiate yourself out of a red card.
Every player's tested. Is coming out positive. Every player at Pops' club.
So I like customization. And I've always been obsessed with cars ever since I was a kid, man. Like one of the best things, my early childhood memories of my dad was we used to go to dealerships and then I'd like go and see cars and whatnot. So that's my obsessions, comedy and cars. Yeah, Loy is comedy, gardening.
Gardening.
So here's what I want to know.
For comedy, gardening.
Why don't you drive, bro? Like
I don't know. I just never got to it.
Is it a thing? So there's three friends of mine that I know do not drive at all. Capo, Loy,
Capo is such
and
a...
Robbie Collins.
Like,
But I taught Robbie how to drive though at Grahamstown during the Grahamstown Festival. Yeah,
And then he crashed your car.
and then he crashed the car.
Pops being a car person. Kona manje, ama real lights manje.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
No, I don't know. I just don't, man.
Is
I've never thought about it.
You've just never wanted to drive.
No, it's never like been a thing that made me. I've never had the urge to do it. Or like, I remember like, what time do you want me there? All right, cool, bet. I'll see you there. Oh, no,
You know where my bemusement comes from
That's so
is because like I couldn't wait.
To start driving.
Yes, I literally got my learners like
never like had
a few days after my 16th
Bro,
birthday.
my sister got a car. I was driving her car when she was still learning.
Yeah, but
That's how
I
much
just
we were like-
never got into that at all. Like it's so crazy. I mean, I cycle. No, all right, fair enough.
No, that's not a.
No, it's not.
No one was like, yo, on the ball,
It's time.
bicycle,
I was cycling it.
uyachova loy, yini chi track or
That's why,
shocks,
that's why it's always overseas, the Tour de France.
I'm at home now.
Yeah.
You guys can talk amongst yourselves. I've left the building. But I got like I fell like I was in my bike. I wasn't even wearing a helmet. And I was in the city and I fell. And you know when you fall in the city, it's just taxi drivers and the ones that
How did you fall? Was it an instant fall or was it like in parts? Was it a or like a
Or kasai.
it was a touch and a sort of like now I'm sliding.
That's a zipa.
And then, but luckily, like I was saying earlier, like I've played sport all my life, so you know how to fall.
Yeah.
And it's so weird because in December I fell as well, you know, and I had like cuts in my hand, whatever. And there was nothing. Like I was on an empty road, a call came, and then I just fell, whatever.
Don't you think the same rules apply to riders than as drivers?
No, but
You
it was
shouldn't
like
answer phone calls.
Oh, and walk. Don't talk and walk.
I think this
You can't
camera,
be sending a
camera on.
WhatsApp. You can't be sending a
Is the
WhatsApp.
camera on? Yeah, but I'm saying like we don't want the same thing of last week.
Yo.
Can I have more coffee, please?
That one hurt my heart. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not happening because this week we are beyond the eyes. Yes. Sibheke lama camera sathi yazini, this is never going to happen again. Sathi zakara, fourth camera, just in case.
Anyway,
So you've been in a lot of contact sports and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
So all these years, you've never stopped playing sports.
No.
I want to know, with your upbringing and this illustrious sports career of yours, have you ever found yourself in a physical altercation? Have you?
Yeah, primary school, yeah. I don't fight anymore. Like, remember, I'm 6'5", like in terms of height, so I'm very aware of that. So if I impose myself in a situation, it's gonna escalate. There's no like.
Oh, I see what you did there. It's gonna escalate.
What?
Nali leches.
And you know, because people are probably wondering how. No, this coffee boiled so quickly. There was no kettle sound on.
Leches. This June and July, if you call this number on the screen, uzothola leches.
Leches in electric blanket.
It will come with the furniture from 2050. Event supplies. We'll supply with furniture. Leches.
Yes. Yeah. So yes, you're telling us about your fight, man.
No, yeah. I mean, I was younger. I was also very skinny when I was young, so dudes used to take advantage. But I know I'm 14 years, bro.
Do you remember your last fight?
Yeah, it was probably like in my mid-20s or something. I was probably like 24.
Like what happened?
When you were still rocking do-rags.
Wildin', bro.
Yeah.
Hip hop.
Yeah.
Not, hey, then he just pictured himself. Hey, yo, you're not me. I'm saying.
My nigga.
I was really, I think it was probably in Pretoria. It was Pretoria, like, this is actually so crazy. I think it was a Cool Runnings or something in Pretoria, Hatfield. Man, I don't know. It was just one of those. I don't even remember what happened, but we were just fighting. I just, did I feel so bad now because I don't even know what the bro did or whatever. This is horrible.
Or it was you taking out anger? It wasn't because maybe you had said something.
It's just teenage. It's teenage. It's angst, man. It's like, for instance, when they never send 40-year-olds to war. We're calm, bro. Like, now I'm so calm, man.
You just negotiate.
Negotiate. Not even, I'll just be like, Bruce, come on, like, on a Saturday.
Let's be adults.
I wouldn't like, where if you're 22, 23, you have the gusto, like, I don't have that no more.
Yeah.
It's
So
like
did you
I'm
win?
subdued, huh?
Did you win that fight?
Yeah, fights are not a winning. That's a problem with fighting.
It's a who more who want.
It's like even if you win a fight, like if you're fighting at a party, you can't go back to party.
Yes.
So
Your anger.
you can't just smack a dude.
Can I feel my porisa?
No.
Now you're back. Now you're power. And then you're going to
Once you fight, the evening is done. So you can't go back. You're not cool anymore. The girls think you're weird. It's just a... So you try, like, when you're older, you're like, I don't want to get involved. Like, when I see dudes fighting, I just like, ooh.
Yeah, it's
unpleasant.
It's like, what a waste.
There was, after the comedy awards, some dudes, I was at a spot and he had the camera in my face. And I was just like, dude, what are you doing? And I just took the camera and I threw it away. And this dude's friends wanted to fight me. But I was so calm about it that I was like, if anything happens, I can handle these three guys. I don't know if that was even, but I wasn't like I'm ready to fight. But I was like, if it gets,
if they take me there, I'm going there.
But I hated, like, I just hated the fact that this dude was in my grill. Like, what are you doing?
Jordan Peterson talks about it like, as a man, you must be dangerous, but you don't have to, like, I'm paraphrasing.
You have to be able to quell it.
Yeah. You must quell. You must be. As a man, you must know that. Look,
so you must quell it.
You must what? Hi. On that note,
I'm on my way back.
Yeah, now
on your way back. Speaking of fighting, we've got two fighters.
Who?
Yes,
that are fighting a war that's on the cyber side of technology.
Yes.
Who's that?
Hey, there's this old called Patrick
and another old called Patrick.
Yeah. So
Is this a real thing or you guys just making it up?
No, this is real
thing.
because cybersecurity is a real thing. You know what I mean? So people's work laptops get infiltrated, people's cell phones, people's social media, and people want to know how to stay safe on the digital streets. So we're like, you know what? If there's two guys that got your back digitally, it's Patrick
and Patrick from Clarifo.
From where?
Clarifo. We protect you digitally.
How do you spell Clarifo?
CLY?
CLY?
Go for.
In a world where viruses run wild, phishing scams are rife, there's only one cybersecurity name to trust, and that's Clarifo. We protect your business against phishing, identity theft, PDF corruption, and any cybersecurity needs you might have. Cause at Clarifo, we take cybersecurity seriously. We will track down any virus on the loose, find it, beat it, and secure your files. Clarifo, give us a call today on our number right here, or visit us on our website and make sure that you and your company are protected against any cyber attacks. Clarifo.
Loy, man.
You know what's the most interesting thing about Loy? Before, I don't know, like, you're precise. Like, or you seek to be precise. Like, when you talk about things, it's not, like, for me, human beings are always driven by emotion some form or way. But at least you always look for the ability to be precise in a situation and give a situation the most amount of chance for it to be that situation.
That's such a pleasant thing to say to another
beautiful thing.
You know how bad I feel now? I feel horrible. Every time I talk to this, I'm like,
Yo, but big shout out for being out here, King.
How long has this been, bro?
Oh yeah, we got a wrap. I think we've put in our good hour. So before we go, what are you doing now? Where can people catch you now?
Sure. I'm in Cape Town like next week or something.
What are the dates?
12th to the 17th. But
so 12 to 17.
You know what's crazy about the
May.
12th and 17th of not May.
June. 12th and, okay.
Is that people on that time of the month don't generally have money because people get paid, at different increments. And I know I'm going to go to Cape Town. People go, yeah, but why don't you extend another week? Because we don't have money on it. I'm like, on the 25th of May, just buy a ticket. Because that's the day a lot of people get paid. I don't want...
So so everyone must buy the tickets. Yeah.
Just buy a ticket.
Plan ahead. Plan ahead.
Just plan ahead. Because, dude, my last week in job was sold out.
And then I was... Because I was trying to encourage you to open a Sunday show.
Yeah.
Because people were complaining.
People were like, yo. And I said, yeah, but the tickets have been open since January. Now you're calling me on the day of the last show.
But Lloyd, that's in South Africa, you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. So people live like that in this country.
There's a show, now there's no show. There's power, there's no power.
I'll see what's going to happen. Because even the night I came, there were people sitting on the stairs, bro.
Yeah, because
so we had to... So it's like people come with the thing. Even if you say sold out, someone will come to the door, literally pay at the ticket counter and say, it's fine, I'll sit on the floor.
Yeah. So it's quite a crazy...
It's like, I came here, I put on an outfit, my hair's done.
What do you mean I can't come in?
What do you mean I can't come in?
Give me the stairs.
So I say to people, just get your tickets on time.
So on the 25th, people must buy their tickets. The show is 12th of June to the 17th of June.
Yeah, let's go to Quicket.
And the theater?
It's at the Homecoming. But just follow me on the socials. I talk about it all the time.
Yeah. So at LOYISO Gola, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Facebook?
Do you have
Mix it, BBM.
Do you have TikTok?
So I do have TikTok by default. I was playing football with some pros in London, and these kids were all gravitating around me. And they were like, yo, you that dude from TikTok. And I'm like, I don't know what these kids are talking about. And then I went home. And when I got home, I Googled my name on TikTok. It was searched, hashtag, right? 22 million times.
Yo.
And then I was
So you are on TikTok, but you're not on TikTok.
I am on TikTok, but I'm not on TikTok.
Yeah,
So
but have you
globally,
seen his clips from like
Yeah,
the
late
night
Apollo and
news.
stuff?
I'm like a
Someone
viral.
like 10 million views on TikTok.
Yeah, I got
Damn,
like videos with 10 million views, but I don't know how to operate. I don't want to.
Yeah, I was so now you're doing this. Now I'm watching Loyiso Gola do this. Buy your tickets
it's
on
cool,
the
you know.
25th.
Nah.
All right, so and the name of the theater is the
Homecoming Theater.
Homecoming
Homecoming
Theater. So
Just go to Cricket. Go to Cricket, type my name. My show was going to pop up. Cop some tickets.
Chongani Abosana.
Chongani, wait
Kapa.
up. Hey, you know
Sinayo
what?
lewe. Nanguloy Titikaka.
Wethu uthetha naye. Yethu sithetha la wethu.
Yeah, uthetha lewe
Front
man.
man ibhuda.
Jonga.
Taloy.
Yethu.
Yethu Taloy ke ngoku. Thetha naye xa usitsho. Yethu shoka Taloy pha e-homecoming.
Silendwan.
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 And then, of course, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget we are on the road to 1 million. Road to 1 million on Sis Amperda. The show will be happening on the 30th of July, so make sure you get your tickets.
Also, he moved it now.
Yeah, after your knowledge, after you dropped and when you said to them, okay, what am I going to? What is this?
No, you know what's crazy? I was having this conversation yesterday. People who sell lifestyle don't understand the concept of selling tickets sometimes. Because they make their money having a brand associate themselves with their lifestyle. So they have to sell it to Sunlight or whoever, or Beer Bread, whatever. Where a lot of, some people go, Balalela, the ticket is $200, come. And we could make the same amount of money.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have to convince 2,000 people, 4,000
Actual people,
to come.
Yeah.
You understand? So I think MacG was stuck in that world of like, no, people are not just gonna come, bro. Give them something.
Something to look forward to. What are they coming to?
What are they coming
What does this thing look like?
So when is it, 30?
30th of July. 30th of July, SUNBET Arena.
So if you want something,
cancel Montreal. Come back home.
I'm going to Montreal.
come back for SUNBET Arena if you want something.
And then
now
on
that there's something,
Oh my goodness.
we have something.
Yo, come to SUNBET. MacG's gonna be there with a haircut.
That looks like this.
Oros man is gonna be there. Sis is gonna be there.
And then on the 10th of June, ladies and gentlemen, on the 10th of June, I'm doing my birthday comedy special
Pops.
at Empress
Oh
Palace.
man, I can't believe I'm missing it this year.
Dude.
I was there last year.
You were
I
you
was
one of the
fire.
surprises last
year. I was there. It was a jump. I had a good time. But I hadn't done stand-up in such a long time.
That was just after they had lifted the ban.
Yes, I remember.
I
Because
had
you were
my show
like,
just
I'm selling 600. I've sold 600. Then we're like, oh, okay, we can sell the whole thing now.
Yeah. And literally,
was
it
really
shot
cool.
up, after a few days, we shot up to like 1.6.
Yeah.
Because they had just
Just,
lifted the
yeah.
ban.
So,
we opened it
so
up
I
again.
think, that's a good show.
That's
Do
dope.
you have a lineup?
It's a surprise.
It's always a surprise.
It's always a surprise.
But it's always a surprise. The lineup is jump.
And I took the notes that you said to me, and I obviously don't want to talk about it, but you also gave me feedback
What did I
about
say? I don't remember.
You were
I
like,
say wild shit.
you need to structure the show like this because generally this is how certain oaks structure the show.
Bad, okay.
And people are coming to this and this and this. and
Yes.
So those structure things
what the
are being
funniest thing-
implemented.
Please, is MacG coming?
Maybe.
You know what's so crazy about MacG? Because he was there, he's like, please welcome people are losing their minds. And this nigga's wearing flip-flops and a t-shirt.
Yeah, man couldn't care.
And then if it was up to him, he'd be smoking on stage. And I go, oh my God. But he's this tiny dude behind the text. I'm like, how did you? And I'm just like, oh, man. Oh my God.
MacG is coming with the mini.
So he's coming.
We don't know yet. It's a surprise.
If he comes, he'll be the surprise.
Yeah.
Speaking of surprises, we are on episode 10, ladies and gentlemen, and you've been asking for
Are
this
you
on the
surprised?
comments.
Are you surprised at episode 10? Because you said, speaking of surprises.
No, he was segueing. Because we promised the viewers a surprise.
I think what I'm saying is that's a horrible segue.
It's the speaking of surprises.
Speaking of trees.
Oh, you love gardening. Speaking of trees, you need to leave me alone.
You're barking on the wrong tree. Oh.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, we promised you a surprise on episode 10. Roboto.
On the screen right now, you will see the graphic. Ta-da! And then
Yeah.
Popcorn and cheese.
You're on thin ice, man.
The official audio. No, it's like a blog. The official audio, ladies and gentlemen, Popcorn and Cheese, the actual intro song. Smiro, produced by Smiro, Robot Boy, Pops in the building in the cut.
Is it a Yano song?
Yeah,
it's an actual song. It's an actual song. Can we play the song? Oh.
Yeah, play the song. Let's play the song.
Let's play the
You're
song.
Play the song now. Where do you think the song is gonna play from? Stupid.
Post-production when editor. By the time it drop, it will be on the DSPs on all digital platforms.
Why you explain?
Can we play it? Yeah.
Will you
be able to play it
to
now?
the speaker? Yeah, play it to the speaker.
Way. Yes, it here, boys.
And
then, of course, ladies and gentlemen, remember, Oratile Piri, Becca Buddy, we're at 63,000. We're almost there at the 100,000 rand mark. Thank you so much, Cheese Gang, for your love and your support. A big shout out to Beyond the Eye Studios, out in Centurion. If you find yourself living on this side of the world and things are great and you decide, look, I want to venture into podcasting, editing, whatever your multimedia needs are.
Hey, we don't need more podcasts. What are you talking about? Why are you encouraging people to get podcasts? No, don't do that. No one wants to hear you. Shut up. No one wants to hear you. No one wants to hear your relationship problems. We don't care, bro.
Nobody cares. Work harder.
Don't even work harder. We don't care. Without the work harder. I'm tired. Stop encouraging people to do podcasting. I'm done with this nonsense.
All right, so here's the surprise.
What do you think about this one, at least?
No, this one's cool.
Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, episode 10. You heard it for yourselves. LOYISO Gola said popcorn and cheese is better than podcast and chill.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
Yo, save that sound clip. I need that. This one is cool. I need that. This one is cool as a button on the sound effects, man.
Okay, wait. Did I?
Yeah. Thank you so much. You said, man, yo.
You said our enemy show is we're the better one. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Go, Pops. We'll put it in post.
What are you
So
trying to say?
LOYISO Gola said it for the first time, ladies and gentlemen. Here, Popcorn and Cheese is a great podcast. We're gonna keep that sound clip. We're gonna patch it next to Okay Wasabi's. This is the weirdest podcast ever.
This one is cool.
This is the best podcast
Yeah,
ever.
like this one is cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, back from Baragwanath Hospital with a neck brace, making sure that Yonkinto sounds delicious. Uplagile boy.
Ufaka post.
Ufaka post.
You got in an accident. You got in an accident after arguing with Alfie. Immediately after arguing with Alfie, you got into it.
Like that pink Barbie girl who said Limpopo people are black, and then she also got in the one who drives a pink 4x4.
Yeah.
Pink.
Pinky Pink, yeah. She remember the cop stopped her.
Oh, let's just walk on my camera.
No, we
we're
didn't.
still on.
No, we didn't cut. We're still shooting, my man. Let's
You
just
don't cut. Kuvele kwaba brown.
Wavele kwaba warm. Yashkude, wavele kwashisa la. My cameras are overheated. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much. The song is out, episode 10.
Is this why you have two middle cams?
Now we've got 8 cameras now.
Yeah, because for safety. Because after what happened, man, what happened with the Verify app is heartbreak. That was the funniest episode.
Yeah, that was
No. After this one, though.
Loy, we cried on that episode.
Yeah, but you cry all the time.
Oh, nothing wrong. Real men do cry. And you know why we cry? Because it goes beyond the eyes. Which is why we are broadcasting live from here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click subscribe. What else? Robito, do you have any announcements? All right.
No, you're right, like a kite in the night. When this episode airs, I will be in Spain, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey!
Over the seas.
Hey!
Doing what I do best.
Ay!
Operating something.
Yeah.
Espanol.
Espanol.
Dango means thank you.
Hola.
Cyril means curfew.
Otakatosita. Hila bocalita. Okay. So we've got someone who's going to be in Spain. We've got someone who's going to be in Cape Town. And I will be right here at home with you guys. So come see me on the 10th of June. Tibz, any announcements on your side?
On Sundays, every Sunday, it's Bioscope Sundays.
44 Stanley, the Bioscope comedy starts at 6:30. You'll catch Tibz over there. Very, very funny dude. He's always got an amazing...
Easy though, easy.
He's getting there. He's getting there, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, please don't forget to subscribe. We are almost at the 1 million mark.
Yes, sir.
Shout out.
How far is it?
950. Ghost lady, how far are we? 950 down. 940.
Is Naga a subscriber? Okay. Is he?
Naga subscribes. Naga, une laptop.
Yes, a laptop. Une laptop. Bengamnaga.
Naga looks like he does the slow thing at home. Ladies and gentlemen, LOYISO Gola! Oh, ladies and gentlemen, and from the corn that pops
And the cheese that's great. We are Robo Pops.
and we are out.
I don't wanna boast.
Orders on the bread.
Ngihlanganisa toast.
Southside boys if you ufuna check your coast.
Hamba nabotitsi futhi siphethe nabo ghost. Roboto. Which one is this one? Fana, I'll take my boy. All right. Henda bidi bidi. Kirona ba popcorn and cheesy. Refetsa go fitla ka